and welcome to another series of One-to-One, where we bring you the best and brightest dating and relationship experts to help you navigate through the world of dating. We're here today with Jacqueline Whitmore, CSP. Jacqueline has helped thousands of people around the world learn to be more confident, courteous in business and also in social situations. She is the founder of the Protocol School of Palm Beach, a premier business etiquette consulting firm dedicated to helping executives polish their professionalism and also enhance their interpersonal skills. Jacqueline has published several books. She is the author of Poised for Success. Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for joining us today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So how did you become America's etiquette coach? How did that come about? Coach.
When you see a lot of people in social situations, they tend to be socially inept, for lack of a better term, and so my job is to help polish those little rough edges, just like a diamond in the rough. I didn't grow up thinking I would become an etiquette coach when I was a little girl. I was working in public relations for a famous hotel in Palm Beach, and at the time I took an etiquette class, and I loved it, and I decided that if I was going to ever start my own business, that might be something that could interest me. So, and as fate would have it, I was laid off from my job in 1998, and I started my own business, and then I started marketing myself full-time as an etiquette expert.
What are some of your favorite success stories in terms of, turning people's life around?
It's the little things that people tell me that they remember that I don't necessarily remember that I told them or when I told them. For example, I had a woman come up to me in a seminar and she said, "I heard you speak about 2 years ago and you talked about business cards and how to properly present a business card so the words face the recipient." And she said, "I was in Japan and I remembered that one tip," and she said, "I was the only one in my group of business Americans who presented my business card with the words facing the recipient." And she said it made such an impression on the client that just that one little thing helped us to glean the business. So it's stories like that I hear all the time that make me really happy.
Well, I just learned something. So now I know how to present my business card. I did not know that before. So how does etiquette apply to dating?
Well, etiquette's very important. In fact, I have a running joke with some of my single girlfriends. I say, "I bet you'll never ever go out on a date with someone again if they have poor table manners." And think about it. It is true. If you see a person stab their meat like a wild beast, or hold their fork like a shovel, or worse, talk with their mouth full of food, I can guarantee that date is going to go nowhere. So it's really important that you be mindful of your behavior, but more important, mindful of how you behave in the company of others. And that's really what etiquette is all about. It's not about little teacups and white gloves and your pinky extended. It's really about being mindful of how your behavior affects other people. And that happens all the time in dating situations.
In your book, you also talk about the well-dressed man and the well-dressed woman. What are some tips for first date? What to wear on your first date?
Well, that's a really good question, because I believe that if you look good on the outside, you'll feel good on the inside. And when you dress well, it helps to boost your confidence. And when you look great, it helps to boost your confidence. So dressing well is extremely important. So what I advise my clients to do is, if you aren't necessarily a fashion-forward person, or maybe you just don't like to go shopping, find someone who can go with you, or better yet, there are personal shoppers out there that are at these fine department stores that will do it for free. If you just make an appointment, they will walk around with you and help you choose that best outfit that looks great on you, that maybe you can't see for yourself, but they can give you that unbiased opinion. There are also image consultants out there, and there's just so many ways of looking good, but it does take effort. It does take some time. And yes, let's face it, it can take resources, but you can do it in small doses. The clothes you wear can certainly send either the right or the wrong message. And so if you're dressed too casually, it may communicate that you just don't care about your appearance. But yet, if you're too overdressed, it could also communicate the opposite, that you're stuffy or that you're stiff. So it's really difficult to find that fine line. So you have to know who you're going out with, what kind of person that is, and also you have to know yourself. That's important, to know yourself. And if you feel most comfortable in jeans, and you're put in a tuxedo, you're not going to be comfortable at all that night.
That's true. Actually, if you can give us 3 of your do's and 3 of your don'ts for communicating with someone online.
Oh, my goodness. To pick 3 would be really difficult, but I'll do my best in communicating with people online. Well, I think that people can tell an awful lot about you by the grammar and the punctuation that you use. So before you hit send, you really need to do a spell check. Read your email or your message before you send it. Also, be brief. I mean, sometimes these long-winded text messages and emails can be off-putting, and just be honest too. I think that people can sense a person who is not being honest, who may be desperate, who may be angry, and in an email it's often hard to judge a person's tone of voice, but people try to read through the lines, so to speak, and you have to be really careful and read and reread that message before you send it.
Okay.
Oh, and one other tip. This is a bonus tip.
Yes.
Never send a text or an email when you're intoxicated.
Oh, that's a great one. That is a great one.
It has happened. It actually happened to a single girlfriend of mine not too long ago, and she was expressing her feelings to this man she started dating, and instead of hit save, she hit send. And she was so embarrassed.
Oh, I can imagine. I can only imagine. And then a lot of people, today are sending all kinds of very sexual texts, and you never know where that's going to end up, So that's very dangerous to do. You tell us a little bit more about some of the projects that you're working on and how, people can participate with that.
Well, as you mentioned, I just finished my second book called Poised for Success. It comes out on November 8th. It's published by St. Martin's Press. After that, I will be doing a book tour and a blog tour, which is something that I've never done before. I'm also teaching and speaking all over the country, so if there's anyone out there who has a group that needs a business etiquette speaker, I would be happy to come and visit. I also am constantly working on my own brand. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn and Twitter, marketing, and just getting the word out and spreading the good news about civility and being your best self.
Well, thank you so much.